if you're in a talking stage with your ex or your spouse and you're trying to figure out, okay, do they want you back or do they not? Starting to get impatient and you want some kind of resolution out of the situation, do not have that talk with them. So the very fact that you're in contact with your ex at all right now is a huge sign that you absolutely can put it back together. But by being impatient and asking them to make a decision right now about how they feel or to give you some kind of, commitment, is causing them to operate based upon current circumstances. And so the whole reason they pushed you away to begin with is because, things are not where they need to be yet. It takes them a while to have the feels where they can justify making some kind of commitment back towards you. So if you have months or years of history of problems and you don't have months or even years of solutions, okay, you do not want to ask them to make a decision based upon current circumstances. Even if you've changed a lot of shit, let's say you were married and your spouse asked for a divorce because of X, Y, and Z reasons, and they tell you what they are, and you've actually put a month behind you of changing all these things that they've told you to do, okay, a lot of times people will get they'll get resentful because they'll think to themselves, well, how come you couldn't have fixed all that when I asked for it the first time? So even if you have a little bit of time behind you in terms of having made the changes, okay, it's not going to fix everything right away. So what you need to do is get very, very patient. You need to understand that you're playing a long game. Okay, what you're doing right now is playing the single person's game of attraction. Single people do not create agreements and contracts to come together. What single people do is they feel each other out. They make sure that neither one of them are too needy for each other. They make sure that neither one of them have too many red flags or anything like that. And they feel each other out by seeing how much good feelings can come off of that other person in terms of laughing, joking around. Do they seem like they have an interesting life? Do they seem secure? There's all these things that go into it. And that's exactly what you're going to have to do right now. So what that means is don't get reactive to the idea that they're spending time away from you or potentially with other people. Don't talk about any problems that are there. You only focus on fun. Every time that you interact, you should be super, super playful. And you're only asking for their attention when they're actually coming to the table and asking for your attention. So don't be hitting them up all the time or anything like that. You need to just be patient. Let them come to you, and you can set up dates as the sufficient attention is there to warrant getting together. So maybe I make all this sound easy in a nice little 3-minute video. But if you want help moving through this complex process, click into my profile, click this link down here, get in touch with me, and let's have a conversation about how to save your relationship.